All right. So who can set this first one up? What do you think about this? Let's do it. How's our first one gonna look?
47 over 78 equals
Okay. So where did the 47 come from, Libby?
Alright.
I did.
125 minus 78.
Mhm. So you find the difference. So the amount of change is the difference between the two values. So there's like an implied subtraction there. It's the difference between the new and the original. And we always do positive. So you can just do the bigger number minus the smaller number. Does everybody agree that the difference was 47? Okay. So now we'll cross multiply. 4,700 equals 78p. And now we're solving an equation just like we did on the quiz Monday. Divide both sides by 78. And what'd you guys get when you divide 8 and what'd you get? 60.26 is our percent. And then we have to say, was it an increase or a decrease? Leah, what'd you get? Increase or decrease? What'd you say? What? Increase. It started at 78. It went to 125, 60.26% increase. When you box your answer, put either increase or decrease in the answer. Okay, going down the line. Lauren's next. Lauren, can you set up our proportion? Okay, so 17 is our first numerator. Nice. Good. And now we're solving a little equation. We'll do the opposite of multiply and we'll divide by 41. Alicia, did you do 1700 divided by 41 yet? Yeah. And would you say this is an increase or a decrease? Decrease.
Let me guess, there's more.
There's more. I think there's 6 or 7.
What?
Yeah.
More is like 2 or 3.
Alright, so these are two different problems. It says find the total price. The first one says there's a tax, and the second one is just using a discount. So keep that in mind.
Is this?
The last two problems I'm gonna do here is from the assignment yesterday. So I am gonna do some of those. I think there's these two and then we'll see. Yeah, let's do it. Finish it out. Okay, let me erase. And then I'll come on. Sonia, I'm calling on you for number 5. Since you weren't here. Tuesday. So you don't have to do this next one. Jake's gonna do this one. I'm calling on you for number 5. So just get ready.
Is it just the same formula?
Yeah, same formula. There's just like an added step at the end, Okay, so I want you to use the proportion, fraction mark equal fraction mark. Okay, Jake, let's hear it.
So we're gonna do. So what we're trying to find is the change.
This is the unknown.
Oh, we're doing this. And then we're gonna put 7. No. Yeah, 7.5 over 100.
Okay, good. 7.5 given has that percentage, so that's your P. So this time, the percentage was given. Good. What's next?
And then we gotta put P over top of the thing.
I'm actually just gonna call this. I could call it should I call it X? Because I don't want to call it P because it's not a percent. And on the other ones I put P here because it was percent. We could call it C for change or A for amount or X, or you can call it anything. And I wouldn't mark you wrong for calling it P, but I'm not gonna call it P.
And then over 22.50.
Yes. So this is actually going to tell us how much tax is added.
Oh,
It's okay. So we got 100x equals
168.75.
put the line in.
Should I put the discount on the bottom? Yes.
No, you're going to put the original cost of the guitar on the bottom. So the cost is original. Divide by 100. Let's go 1.69, right? Like, let's round that guy. So, who was next in line of questioning? Right. Mikhail, take your earbud out. Who else? Okay. All right, Jake. So what do I do? This isn't done. I can't stop here. How do I find the total price as the directions suggest?
So you are trying to find the change, right? Or no, you already found the change. So you gotta subtract the change by the original to find out. Oh yeah, you have to add the change.
Okay. Yeah. So Kaden said this originally really well. She said, so for number 4, we're adding, and number 5, we're subtracting. Taxes get added, and discounts get subtracted. So all these percent change problems, it's all about the wording and really thinking critically for everyone. It's not going to follow the same format every time. So our total is the $22.50 added to the tax for the dress. 24 point what?
You could also get a short term.
So it was right here that I changed from an equal sign to an approximate sign. And here, because this was rounded, I'm still at approximate. So here's the total cost. Patrick, are you saying you want to do a shortcut? We're going to stick with this proportion though, okay? Okay, Will, you ready to set it up? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Correct. The original amount is 95. That's the percentage. It has the percent right with it, so put it in for P. And this one's always 100.
Well, I want to hear more confidence. Me neither.
Tony, what's 95 times 15?
That is 14.25. 14.25. See, what? Be confident. Genius.
How can he be with all this criticism when he talks?
But in 4 to your point, 2 5. And then you subtract that from 95. And then you get 80.75.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, I know I did. See? Well, you see that?
Pretty good
Alright.
discount.
You see that?
Use the calculator.
Too good.
Alright, tell me.
Too easy.
You were very good at first.
You won't know without a
I
calculator.
like talking about confidence.
You won't know without a calculator.
You do without a calculator.
Fine.
And the answer's already up there. You can't do that.
So yesterday while I wasn't here, I assigned in the textbook I just assigned some cross multiplying problems. What I find is problems like 6 and 7 there are more mistakes because there's some distribution involved. So I want you to cross multiply and be careful. I would maybe put parentheses around these numerators to ensure that you distribute correctly. Yeah, this is good. I have a lot of jobs, and this one's at the top of the list. Okay. Good. Yeah. Work in general is difficult. Like you should know that. Like as you prepare for life, like going and doing a job every day can be tiresome.
It depends on what the job is.
McDonald's.
I'm just saying, there's not many people that would sit down and be honest with you and say that their work, even if they really enjoy it, like I enjoy teaching, isn't tiresome. You know, it's work on work.
I wouldn't like to grade papers all day. So.
What would you like to do?
I would do one.
What I like to do,
Yeah.
like for a job.
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't really thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to focus on soccer right now.
Yeah. What's your backup? That's great.
What?
But you should have a backup. Everybody should have a backup, no matter what.
YouTube.
Your backup should not be social media.
Why? You can make money out of it.
Jake, no.
Yeah, like,
Oh my god.
you
Don't
might
be a
rich
streamer.
and get into China and get a whole lot of big bank.
There's that market is getting pretty flooded. You know, like the demand for those YouTubers and things. So many of your generation believe it's possible that it's going to be even more impossible. Like it's kind of new now, but when you guys get up until you want to make it a career, too many people are going to be doing it. So this would be 7 times 8 equals 4 times f minus 4. Put a line through it. 7 times 8, 56. I'm going to be really careful to distribute this. Equals 4f minus 16. Do you have a 16 there? Did you remember to do the 16? Now we will cancel minus 16 by adding 16 on both sides of the equal line. 72. Can I get a 72 from anybody? And then this is 4 times f. The opposite of times is divide. 28. Just gonna double check before I write my number. 18.
Yeah.
18. Okay, I'm gonna walk around. I'm not gonna do it until I see that everyone's attempted it.
Did it.
You will have a bell work quiz after your test. After your test next week. So sometime Thursday, Friday next week.
But I like Jake.
I'd honestly rather have it Friday.
Is he a bell work?
play Minecraft. And our teacher
All right, so I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to do 10 times this numerator on the left. And I like to write the number in front of the expression. And then on the right, it's going to be 5 times 3m plus 3. Distribute. So you need to multiply the 10 in, giving you 20n minus 40. Multiply the 5 in, 15n plus 15. What's my next best step, Jaden?
You would subtract 15n from 20n.
Okay, perfect. That's a great first step. That's what I want to do too. Subtract 15n from both sides. 15, good. Add 40.
Which would be 5n. Should be, this would be 5. Then you divide by 5 equals n equals 11.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, Jay.
What's that?
Oh, I forgot the negative. Even I can do that. So don't make me get it.
You can do that though, I didn't. Yeah.
I can do that without a calculator.
I just did it without a calculator.
Oh, yeah, you have a calculator right there.
There's nothing on it.
Well, don't see it, don't believe it.
It was sitting here, and it turned off. It was turned off the entire time, and you turned it back on. How was that my time?
You're making a challenge.
That ain't a problem.
The total number of passengers on cruises That's a good one. You were throwing that though. That was good. That's almost impossible. Oh, never mind. What? Get up.
Alright, 2 bonus points to who gets this one right first. You raise your hand, I'll check your paper.
Oh.
Why is there what? I'm never ready to learn.
I didn't see the point.
2 bonus points, who figures this one out? We only did one like it in the examples, and it's more challenging.
I don't like this.
One's done.
Actually, wait, no. I don't think I got it. Don't trust me.
Where does the number say?
So the total number of passengers on cruises increased 10% from 2007 to 2009, dropped to a stunning 0 in 2020. No passengers in 2020. If there were 17.22 million passengers in 2009, how many were there in 2007? And how many are there today? I'm just curious. All vaccinated. Cruise ships are controversial.
That's the new. We're trying to find the original.
That's it? Okay, Lauren.
I got it.
Oh, you did it? That didn't give me an answer. All you gotta do is 17.22. Subtract by 10%. Easy.
Just a little bit. Your numbers are very close. Close. Maybe you're just not running.
Can you put your hand up?
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking. I'm gonna do it myself.
Is it 16.10?
No, it's not 16.10.
What? What do we put 7.2?
A lot of people have. I don't know. The book standards are a little
Oh,
different.
oh, I got it.
Has anyone got it right yet?
Everybody has the same answer, so I'm gonna calculate it.
I think it's moved around.
Yeah, there's something going on there, that's all. Okay, so we know this is 10 over 100, and the 2009 was 17. No. Okay, yeah. 2009 was 17. So I wrote this Tuesday in our notes. If the original is unknown, we don't know the original, we're going to put X here. And if you don't know the original, you also don't know the amount it changed by.
Yeah.
But this whole time we've been finding amount changed by subtracting the new from the original. So I'm going to subtract. So you guys have to know this. If the original is unknown, you have an X here. Up top you do the new minus original. And since original is unknown, that's a variable. So now when you cross multiply, you're kind of doing the proportions we just practiced. You have to remember to distribute. Moment of truth. See what you guys did. Yeah, none of you guys had it. What were you guys doing just slightly different?
I put the
Oh, really? Okay. So, let's answer this one in a complete sentence. In 2007, so you guys were treating the 17.2 as the original amount, though it was the future amount. And so when the future is unknown, it makes everything, a little bit more complicated. What's cool is that the number will definitely work out as less than the original if you do it right. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna put up the answers to Tuesday's assignment, workbook page 29, 1 through 21 odd. So get your workbooks out. I'll put the answers up and then some corrections.
Leave him alone.
They can't fit. Oh, like a thick head, bro. Dude, this is the leg of my finger. Look, hey, look, she's putting answers in. Oh, really?
One thing I'm looking for, you guys, is not only for the percentage to be shown, but the word increase or decrease. If the directions ask you to identify it, I will take points off if you don't. So you need to be adding that to your answers and your word.
Wait, I have an extra day, right? I mixed it up. Wait, didn't we only do 1, 2,
Yeah.
You did the odds, yeah.
Entire page off.
Hey, Jake, we're gonna put some.
Right? So the directions change to total price. So if you only found the amount of tax here, you've done it wrong. Go back and add it to the original amount.
Cause I am. Why you keep my mouth in? Put my name in your mouth. I'll mix that up.
Oh wait,
I didn't start this.
Why you keep on melting me?
So would you?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So that's kind of the purpose for now. Change the amount. And it kind of takes it gets like this one, how'd you get there? Did you do the day before homework or something?
Huh?
No, it was a quiz. You were here for the quiz time?
Huh?
You were here for the quiz?
When was the quiz?
Monday.
Yes. But yeah, how do you grade the quiz?
Alright, here's the discounts. So I'm taking caution to add tax and subtract discounts. Okay, as you finish up checking, I'm gonna give you this handout. This is not for you to write on. I'm gonna keep this class set and use it all day today. I just wanted to do some word problems. These percent change are common word problems that you do have to do on standardized tests. So don't write on here. You're doing these in your notebook. You can work at your own pace, and I'll be doing them up here. You can check and ask questions. Do not write on this handout. Just take it with you. I'm gonna
Do you have to do all of them?
Alright, get started. Work at your own pace. Read it, set it up. Alright, so talking about fast pitch softball. Does that mean they go overhand? Just really fast underhand. I've heard this is like a real gender issue that women should be playing baseball. They do, but why?
I know girls are playing baseball.
Yeah, it's out there. It's international too. Baseball, women's baseball. Women's softball is international too, but it's like, what do I play? Do I do softball or baseball? Like, why not just make it one thing? All right, has everyone had a chance to set it up? I don't want to set it up before you. There we go. Move on then. All right, I'm looking for a number of people to be done with the problem before I start. So I'm gonna try to be quiet, not start my intriguing conversations. All of them for you. What do the directions say? Does it say how to round it? Let's stay with the hundredths. I like hundreds because it's good for the money problem. So no. Is this the answer though? So it says label the distance between bases on a regulation baseball. So this is like a professional baseball diamond. So we were using a softball distance, and this is supposed to be larger. So is this true, baseball players? Is it 90 feet?
Yeah, it is.
90 feet between bases. So it's 60 in softball and 90 in baseball. Or we could give women a baseball and just let them throw just as far as men. They play on the same basketball court. They play on the same softball or soccer field. Tennis court. Tennis court's the same. All right. Any questions on number 1?
Can I see anything? Yeah, I can sit up.
Does that really need to be moved back? Does that really need to be moved back? Is that why?
No, I think it's fine. Libby, I don't like your commentary on anything I do.
Wow.
It's a lot better angle.
Libby, what's 6.5 times 21.99?
Yeah.
Hope I'm not ahead of you. 36 is too much information. Don't use it when you set it up.
Miss Baldwin, it's 142.94. Yeah, let's watch your language, guys.
Recorded?
Yes.
That is not language.
Yes.
That is the bleeped version of language. Move over.
And he's all caught up, folks.
Wait a minute. My number 1. Why is it 30? Because when you divide 33,100, you get 30. And then you have to multiply the 100 and add the equation.
So this was the result of my cross multiplications.
Mm-hmm.
When I divided on both sides, I was getting rid of that. I cancels, leaving x.
But I thought you couldn't divide variables by real numbers.
Dividing this coefficient, 100 divided by 100. 100x over 100 is 1x, which I just write as x.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it looks like number 3 will be probably the last one. Tyler, did you finish 3 yet? You set it up. You set it up for me, Tyler. got like 3 new students in this room. What do you think? You got any of them? Bella, what do you think? You got any of these? You ready? Logan, you got yours set up? Wow, you did? Okay. That's it? Okay. So 3 is confusing because there's too many numbers. There's extra information. The ACT is a college entrance exam taken by high school students. The max score is 36. The average score in the U.S. was 21.2. So we're gonna put 21.2 in the original. The Vermont was 7.5% higher than the national average. What was the average ACT score for Vermont? So it's actually the 36 is extra information. Extra unneeded. Is that one word? That must not be a word. Be a hyphen? Maybe you shouldn't say that at all.
Or not needed.
Not needed. Yeah, okay. I would say unnecessary. How about that? That's the only one I really feel good about. I don't feel good about 2x. Okay. So this is what we don't know. So Vermont knows what they're doing. They got high test scores. I feel like Vermont might lack diversity. Something to think about. Thank you. But what's the answer looking at that? So I'm going to divide by 100. I'm going to divide by 100 to get x alone.
They're just making me real mad.
You know, they really didn't score that much higher than everybody else.
What is that?
Who knew that a 22 is so much higher than a 21?
Oh, you brought 21.2 back.
Because they were higher. Alright, so you guys make a pile of my handouts on that desk on your way out the door. Do not take my handout with you. There is homework. I hope you wrote it down. Write your homework down. Have a great day.